The most important stage in my life so far has been middle school. I learned so much in middle school, and I grew to be the person I am today. When I started middle school, I had some big goals. I wanted to excel in sports, never get in trouble, always be the top in my class, make tons of friends, and break out of my shell as the quiet goody-goody girl, but also never get in trouble. I quickly learned that my goals weren't as easy in middle school as they were in elementary school. I had to work twice as hard, and I also had the constant feeling that everybody was judging me and I couldn't do what I wanted to do.
This is Mr. D, one of my middle school teachers.
Okay. Well, when you think about Christy Ross, you always think about someone that's very friendly, and a really big smile on her face, and very, very easy to talk to. And it was one such conversation that got me in a spot of trouble. It was the evening of Hex Rally. It was 2005, the year after we won the national championship. And I was in the library with Christy and her sisters, and we just started to talk. And I was doing all the math about the dominance that the University of Texas has had over A&M in the last 100-something years. And somehow it came up that we should have a wager for the game. A&M, I think, had a losing record at that point, and Texas had maybe lost one game. And so I felt like this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, that this blonde girl wants to have a bet with me. So I said sure. And I was so confident that we would win, I didn't even want anything. But I did promise, if A&M were to win, that I would pay for Christy, for her two sisters, Melissa and Lauren's way through Texas A&M. And I'm sad to say, after some cheap hits by the fighting Texas Aggies, Colt McCoy being injured, I mean, all these things going wrong, the earth rotation was a little off, I mean, all the things that could go wrong went wrong. Texas A&M won. And so now I'm on the hook for a couple of, 3 actual scholarships, Texas A&M. And as a screenwriter, I'm hoping to sell enough screenplays soon that I can do that and still, live. So that is, other than just her general personality, always a pleasure to be around and being excited to see everyone. When I see her, I have this overwhelming feeling of dread and financial ruin in mind. So that's how I think this will be.
I've learned many lessons at St. Austin's. One of those lessons was to be myself and don't hold anything back. I learned that lesson in the classroom. I learned to state my opinions and really get involved in the class, and that helps me with all aspects of my life. Another lesson I learned while at St. Austin's was through losing a grandfather and a friend. I realized that I'm a strong enough person to deal with some things on my own. I don't need my parents for every little thing, and I realized that once I'm out in the real world, I will be able to take care of myself.
This is Miss Johnson, my middle school science and history teacher.
Hi, I taught Christy. I had the honor to teach Christy for 3 years. She is a great student. She's a true leader. But she's also a blonde. When she was in the 8th grade, her class wanted to play a prank on the school. And so I helped them play their prank, and they wrote their class of 06?
07.
07 on teachers' cars and covered the windows of the school building and taped up the lockers and generally ran amok. When they got finished, they came back to class and said goodbye to me because that was their last class. And then when the 7th graders came in, they said, well, we want to play a trick on the 8th graders. Well, how about if you clean up everything that the 8th graders wrote all over the school building? And they said, oh yeah, we could take all that down. That'd be cool, we'll do that. And so we went and washed everything off teachers' cars, everything off the school building windows, and Christy was upset. She was very angry that we had taken down all of their work. And she just did not understand how that class could have done that. They were actually doing her a favor because they were going to have to spend 2 hours after school doing it. She just was not happy. Truly a blonde moment.
I did a lot of growing up and maturing at St. Austin's. One thing that I can take away from the experience is the knowledge that if I am well educated and informed, I can go far.
This is Miss Kennedy, my middle school religion teacher.
And just some good things about Christy. She was just an excellent student all the way through middle school. And she played sports. I'm the girls' athletic director as well, and she played, I think, every sport.
Until 7th grade.
Yes. In the 8th grade year, they won the volleyball tournament. Very nice. And then she also was selected to represent the school in 7th grade at the Bishop's Mass during Catholic Schools Week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during Catholic Schools Week. And she was also chosen in 8th grade to win the St. Michael Scholarship, so very good.
At the end of 8th grade, it was time for me to move on from St. Austin's because I had learned all that I was supposed to learn there. It was time for all of us to step up, move on, and carry with us all the lessons that we had learned while there.